So nice meeting you, Hong. Congratulations on Downsizing.
Thank
You are
you.
definitely like the breakout star of this movie.
Thanks.
Your character is so eccentric and just feisty. Did you base her on anyone or like anyone from your relatives that you kind of drew inspiration from?
Well, I had a lot of sources to pull from because my character was so multi-layered and rich and complex. She's a Vietnamese woman who's an environmental activist who was imprisoned for her activism. She was downsized against her will and ends up in this place called Leisureland. She's also a woman of great faith. So that was a lot to work with there. Of course, I pulled inspiration from my family. They are Vietnamese refugees, and they've had a tremendous life story leaving Vietnam and ending up in a refugee camp in Thailand, which is where I was born. And then we went over to New Orleans, Louisiana, because we had a sponsor family there. It's wild. And now I'm sitting here in a movie, an Alexander Payne movie opposite Matt Damon, and I'm talking to you. That's wild.
It is wild. Do you have a favorite Payne movie that from before?
I love Election. I mean, I love all of his films, but that one is just so funny, and Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick are just hilarious.
Throughout the filming, did you think to yourself, like, are there ways that you could either downsize or simplify your life just to kind of like cut out the clutter at all?
I do. I think about that daily, actually. I don't drive unless I have to. I do a lot of walking, or I take public transportation. I'm vegetarian, so the less meat you eat, the better it is for the environment. I think about the clothes that I buy. Hopefully it's responsible, and I try not to have too much of anything. Live
I mean, it was
modestly.
something that I thought about throughout the movie. Like, maybe there's some closets I could like clean out of and just kind of watch more of what I'm doing. What's something that you want people to take away from the movie?
Well, I think our movie asks a good question. In the movie, Matt Damon's character asks, who am I? And that's a very simple question on the surface. It's only 3 little words, but who am I? Like, what do I want out of life? What do other people want from me? What do I owe my fellow man, So hopefully when people leave the movie, they think, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Like, how am I living it?
Exactly. I have to ask you about Big Little Lies because it's a show that I loved, obsessed over, could not stop recommending to people. I had it on my podcast. What has been the reception like to you and what the show has received?
It was amazing. When we were making it, we had no idea it was going to become this cultural phenomenon that it did, that it just, people were talking about it at work, and I heard so many women say to me, I can't believe it, but my boyfriend loves Big Little Lies, or like my husband loves watching Big Little Lies with me. And that's an amazing thing to hear, because we always think, oh, you got to make this or make that because men don't like this and women don't like that. And it's just about finding something that really hits everyone in a really deep way, a profound way.
Well, thank you very much. It was nice meeting you. I really
same
appreciate
here.
it. Thank you.